revolution. Bookmarkers on standby.
Log online, fan page loaded and ready.
Player stats loaded. Health check, go.
Weapons check. Eyes check. Complete.
We have launched for the Informant podcast in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Welcome to the Informant podcast. You may notice that Pistol Pete is not with us, and therefore I am attempting to do this. Tonight I have with me Death, Mig by Gucci. It's just the ladies. And Mike is in the hopper, but some call him a lady too, so
Yes.
we'll call it Ladies' Night.
There's a meeting in the ladies' room.
Oh, that's an old song.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, 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 ah, ah, ah. So how was everything this weekend? Did you have a good one?
That was all right.
Yeah?
Yeah, not very busy. Just, family stuff.
Mm-hmm. Me too.
Like Mafia Wars family stuff.
Oh.
I should clarify.
Mafia war stuff. I see.
Yeah.
Family. So Pete's sick tonight.
Yeah, he has pneumonia, so shout out to Pete.
Yeah. I hope he's all right. So he's going to see the doctor tomorrow. So we'll have to say a little prayer for Pete.
Yeah.
So what else is up? What's going on in Stockholm, should I say?
I was thinking about that because I knew you were going to ask, and I can't recall anything major. Last time we talked about the 3-second penalty.
Yes, I did listen to that show. I didn't know about that. I love that.
Well, that was taken back.
Aw.
There was a lot of protests, and people were saying that Team Stockholm was trying to tell them how to play the game. So if you want to be a douchebag and not return gifts, you can now with the gift collector. And Martin and I talked about it, and Pete, and they're like, they're right. We shouldn't really be telling them what they should and should not do. So
I thought it was funny.
it is hilarious.
Penalty.
But I guess there are a few instances, like, say you gift blast your red roses for these gifting events, and nobody really needs them back anymore.
No, it's really easy to finish these.
Yeah, there were a few cases that were made for when returning gifts isn't necessary. But, it's only 3 seconds.
Yeah, and that's not that big of a deal. I had no idea. It never affected me. I never saw it. I heard about it, and I thought it was funny. So.
Well, like usually when I run a script, I'll hit start, and I'll go to a new window, and I'll start doing something else. I can't ever think where it was important that I, do it as fast as possible. I guess maybe if you're like 5 seconds away from family progression reset.
Yeah, God forbid you have an extra 2 seconds.
But, and Team Stockholm's really, their policy is they don't want to dictate how to play the game.
Right.
And they don't want to do anything with a script that you could not do in the game with your own fingers.
Right.
And, people might say some of their programs are slow, but they're slow by design. They don't want to put, extra server requests and cause flags on your account. There's some scripts out there that will go super fast, but guess what? You're at risk if you use those.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to name any names.
Well, it becomes an Autobot then.
Yeah. And that's what Zynga does not like.
Right.
And now that there's less servers, less players, things like that's going to be more noticeable. Whether they're going to do anything about it in the future, they keep saying.
Yeah, they put the monthly thread out.
Yeah, that they're going to monitor it more closely or whatever. But
where are we at on daily users?
Last time I checked, it's around 500,000.
Wow.
And it was actually interesting. Martin updated the family ranks page, and he made some new additions to it. Pete talked about it on the last show. And then Mike ran a scan of all the families as well to make a spreadsheet that just lists the families in order that they were created.
Right.
And some interesting numbers, like he added up how many players were actually registered in families.
Uh-huh.
And it's kind of low, like from what you would think. Because anyone that plays this game knows if you're in a family, you get extra bonuses. You need to be in a family to be competitive in Mafia Wars. And most
at this point in the game, yeah.
I can't think of many daily players that aren't. And when it was all said and done, I'm stalling to find the number. They're hold
Wow,
on.
you're really filling Pete's shoes tonight.
I know.
He would do the same thing.
But Mike did there's there's almost like 16,500 something families registered. And there's 841,000 players registered in a family. So that's probably closer to our actual monthly users. I mean, not everyone in a family plays every day.
Right.
So
And a lot of that is shadows too.
oh yeah, there's a lot of mini families out there.
Mm-hmm.
People found by, making a family with your mini, you could do stuff with it.
Yeah, that kind of drives me nuts to a certain extent. Like I know of a family that I won't name their name, but they won't accept any family battles because they only battle their mini family, and it makes me want to attack them. But they won't accept my request, so I'll have to do a drive-by, I guess. But it does kind of annoy me when people use the mini families, and especially if they're not gonna, play the game.
Right. I'm not gonna object to that because we do that sometimes.
I know you do, but that's not all.
But we'll fight. Right.
You still fight other families.
Yeah, we do when they ask us.
I think it's kind of cowardly if you refuse to fight anything other than your mini. You're that afraid of losing.
No, we take our losses.
Yeah, I know you do. We fought you before.
Yeah.
We had a little fun with Spock earlier today too in a family battle, but I didn't get to play there. So, but we won. So that's all that
we
matters.
fought our YFG once too. We got our asses kicked.
Yeah, so did we a couple days ago. Yeah, I'm not sure who accepted that, but got my.
I know it's funny because it can cause a lot of drama if you accidentally accept a battle request.
Oh, I know.
And it happens, and we've had a couple instances where, I don't need maybe running a script to accept gifts or just manually accepting it by mistake, and then people freak out. Nobody warned us. What is the? You're like, okay, come on, we made a mistake. It happens.
Yes. RYFG is coming to get you.
Who the hell accepted this? You're like, my bad.
Yeah, not fun.
And it does happen. You'll accept it and be caught off guard.
Mm-hmm.
And you get your asses kicked. But guess what? You get the same loot.
Exactly.
Whether you win or lose.
It's just not worth all the drama because either way, win or lose, you get your stuff. So.
And, if you're not an admin, you have the option to join a battle. You don't have to join it, so you won't show up on the list.
Right.
And another thing, while we're on the subject, we discovered all of a sudden it seemed like a lot of people were saying, my battle loot collect buttons are gone. And it just says see results instead of collect your loot.
Right.
Well, the workaround for that is you have to actually join a battle, and then you can collect the loot from the previous battles. You don't necessarily have to have joined them to get the loot. But in order to collect them, you now have to join a battle, and then your collect buttons will show up.
It opens up the previous collect buttons, you're saying?
Yeah. It only goes up to 5.
Oh, I see. Mm-hmm.
So say you have 5 just see results with no collect buttons, and then you always think, oh no, they nerfed it and we're not getting battle rewards anymore. But all you have to do is wait for your next family battle and actually join it, and then those buttons will appear.
Right. I see.
So not a big deal, but it kind of is when I rarely get to that page to accept battle loot. I hate to think of how much loot I've lost because
a lot, I'm sure.
Same with boss fights. I never have time to join those. But if you have to wait till you're in a battle, which for me it's kind of easier because I am in an admin position, so I automatically get registered.
Right, right.
But it is a good idea to stay on top of those because it is a good loot item.
Well, another thing that I was noticing, I think Pete's brought it up before too, is the ice count and the battles. I noticed, like Pete says, if you fight off of the battle that you would still get the points. It never happens for me. Have you tested that out?
What do you mean?
Like if you go to the family page and they haven't joined and you're still attacking people in your family battle, but they didn't join the battle, a lot of people are getting, a lot of people still get the count for that.
Oh, Zynga made a post on their blog about bug fixes, and they said they fixed that. And I haven't tested it since. And this was not too long ago.
Yeah, I definitely don't get the points. And another thing on the family battles that we were talking, and I know Mike Nestor's been having a fit that we haven't brought it up on the show, is that it doesn't give you any sort of notice or notification on how many times people are iced. Like in the stats at the end, it should say like, this person was iced this many times. Because that's a big part of the drama that I see in families are people that are on either auto heal or something or another that are getting iced over and over and over again and causing your family to lose, so to speak.
Oh, well, that would be a good idea because it just tells you how many ices the people got, but not how many times they themselves were iced. Yeah, that would
like
be a
in the
good
War
idea.
Machine, how the stats worked out that it would show how many times different people were iced. I kind of missed that about the War Machine.
Yeah, that would be a good statistic.
It would be good to know, just to see too, and I think it would keep people from, if they can't
From
fight
auto
it,
healing.
keep people from auto healing. I think it could correct a lot of issues and especially a lot of drama. So anyway, carry on. I don't know
I
how.
think Senga likes to cause drama.
Of course they do. It's just that's what keeps people here, I guess. I don't know. It's driving me insane.
I know these family modules, sure.
It changed everything.
It really did.
It really changed.
And it was funny because at first it just was like I was not like for or against it, but I did notice from that time when we did lose our family for a few days, I didn't want to play. The game seemed really boring. So when it's all said and done, I think it's a very good thing for the game, but the drama that it creates on all kinds of levels is just ridiculous. And you already were aware of that.
Oh, yeah. My entire time in Mafia, I've been doing this. It's just, it's really getting to me at this point, though. I'm really tired of it. But.
Oh, my God, you.
Well, yeah, speaking of family dramas, whatever happened? Are you still recruiting? I listened to the last show and heard about your ass drama.
Yeah, we've actually got some great applicants, and we're just kind of taking our time because we only have like 4 admin left now, which I think a smaller number of admin is good because really, as far as my family goes, we're not into going to wars or trying to be the best. We just want to do what's in the game.
Right.
So I don't see the need for a lot of admin because things get done. Everyone should be treated equal, and we just had, a situation in which some were kind of on a power trip with it. And it shouldn't be like, and that caused the drama. It's been really nice in our room.
Too many cooks in the kitchen.
Yeah, and too many like power trips. Oh, like so-and-so's acting like an admin in the comments. She shouldn't be doing that. It's like, seriously, like really, because someone wants to help in the comments, you're threatened that they're trying to take your admin position.
I'm telling you.
I think it's better to have fewer and it should be people that are humble and don't really care one way or the other. Like, it's not a power status. It really isn't.
No, really. It shouldn't go to your head.
But you should be there to take care of, like, the paperwork or whatever's needed.
Whatever your job is.
To make a big decision if someone in the family has a question or, wants to change something. But anyways, as far as the glitch is concerned, nothing has been done.
Oh, yeah. I meant to ask you about that, really. So
yeah,
it's still there.
Right, it's still there.
I can't believe they haven't done anything. So
and I know people are frantically trying to get rid of their loot because they think their accounts are going to be rolled back.
Let's see. Well, it's we're just coming back up on Monday, so
that's what I'm thinking. And Pete did discuss ways it could be done. And I have a lot of people ask me about it. Ike asks about it daily. Like, some people do not want to play knowing this is still happening or everyone got to keep everything they got.
How many people would you say were involved in that? I don't remember you saying on the show.
No idea. It's been going on for a long time.
That is just crazy.
So it's hard to say. You could get 20 of every loot item in the inventory per day to include stat cards. So, I mean, if you want to do the math, there's, let's see, 4.
I don't do math.
So there's 20 different stat cards, and you could get 20 of those each day. Times that by the number of skill points.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, so it's pretty big.
Wow. Yeah, that better get corrected.
Yeah.
But, I don't know. I think now that a lot of attention's coming to it with the beginning of this week coming, hopefully we'll see something before we record again.
Maybe, yeah. It would be nice. Because it's like, I make these posts about buying loot, and it's like, really, I'm going to buy this when Joe Blow just got 200 of them?
Yeah. Why would
he
we?
was able to get them when they weren't released.
Not cool.
Yeah, so I haven't bought any reward points this month, and I don't know if I'm going to. I probably will though if I have a blog post to make and I need them.